Hello. We just had a cloudburst type of storm with thunder and everything, so everything's pretty damp. But I'm here today with an update that I wish I didn't have to make. I lost a rooster. I lost a rooster to... I don't know if you can even see it. There's a footprint there that really looks like a big raccoon to me. This happened yesterday, and I spent last night working on getting the area around here all cleared out, so there was less to stand on. We have a lot of feet injuries in here. The hen's inside and has been, so she's safe. We have feet injuries because the way the raccoons get into them is by reaching through the floor and grabbing them, and they got runty-roo. So I have given them a lot more things to hide on top of, and the other thing I'm going to do, which I started last night, is put another layer of 1/2-inch hardware cloth right underneath this by, I guess that's like 2 inches or something, so that fingers aren't long enough to grab toes, and we'll just have 2 layers of caging underneath. I did recently get that 1/2-by-1/2 hardware cloth, and I'm glad, but it's not going to the second housing. I think the hen's just going to continue to live in the kitchen for now. What you doing? Pecking things. So since they have foot injuries, this container here, it's not super clean, but it is full of Epsom salt water, and several times a day, this is the Epsom salt, it also has like chewed holes in it. Freaking raccoon got up on top and like chewed through boxes of screws for some reason. Like, that was really strange. I don't know why you would want building hardware. Like, that's just bizarre. We got bricks here so that it can't be flipped and all that sort of thing. But the golden rooster still just wanted to be out, which I find very strange because he's missing the tip of his toe now. But, so last night nobody got hurt, but the bruising and the cuts on their feet are pretty obvious, and I'm cleaning them off with the Epsom salt. You just kind of like grab them by the butt and swish them around. Here, we'll try and do it. It's a one-handed. These are livestock animals, so they're not here for this. They don't want to be handled. And then they don't mind being handled as much because I'm pretty sure this feels good. And then I'm putting them down on top of a solid surface instead of on top of the wire grating because I think that hurts their feet. So that was Feisty-roo. Okay. And then we got Speckly-roo and Goldie-roo still needing whooshed. But yeah, their feet aren't in good condition right now. And come here. Come here. Come on, honey. You can kind of see, especially this one, it's got bruising more than the others. Kind of like swoosh the bird around. Ha. Feel good, doesn't it? Feels good. Okay, I'll put you right there, right on top of the brick, and then you can decide where you're going to heal. Yeah, and I'm gonna kind of watch their feet, because also, I mean, that might be... It would be hard for me to tell, because I don't know feet too well. It would be hard for me to tell if somebody had a broken foot, too. So, just kind of paying attention. You might. Or that might be normal. It's really, really hard to tell. The smart ones got in here into their dustbin and hid. But Runty Rooster, I guess, was either the first one to get grabbed or just wasn't smart enough to run away. So the one with the least injuries is Feisty Bird from the original hatch. Because Feisty Bird's kind of smart. And the other ones, we'll get through it. So yeah, Goldbird, you still need your foot washed. But you're easier to tell apart, so that's why I left you last. And hopefully I'll be able to avoid infection and they'll just heal up and be fine. Yeah, so that's a really unfortunate update. That is definitely not the way that you would want to have a quail pass away at all. It's just gross and disturbing, and you know there was a situation that happened. So yeah, for now they've got all this stuff in here to kind of walk on top of, and then I may even put a box and some more bedding in here for them to help heal their feet real soon. We'll see how they're doing. But last night until super late, the order of business was getting these mounted on the sides, getting this hardware cloth up over here, because if you might remember, there was, instead of that, there was a white grate like this one, and this propped up against it, and that had been all knocked down. So I figured that, you know, now that the raccoon knows that they're there and that there's a potential of getting a snack out of the experience, that yeah, here's the grate that was there, that I needed to do as much as I could. But come about 11 o'clock at night, I noticed that every time I started up the drill or used the tools or hammer or anything, that the neighbor's sensitive child, we'll just say, started shrieking. So I was like, geez, I guess I better quit. So today, I think I'm going to put them out in that little area, and once I do that, I'm going to flip this whole thing over and get the secondary floor put in, because I'm sure that they'll really appreciate that. And then I'm going to design that directly into the one I'm finishing out here right from the start, so that there's no, like, after the fact trying to figure out what to do kind of thing. But yeah, if you can't hang it like 6+ feet up, and you know you have city critters or predators that use fingers, then the double floor is the other thing that I've heard. And so we're going to give that a try. It seems really promising that it would work, because raccoon fingers are at most about that long, and I'm putting this much space between two sets of hardware cloth, which is that metal grid stuff, if you're not familiar with the term for it. I need to put a few more staples here, but yeah, I think they're making progress. I think they're healing, but it might be a long road ahead for them. We'll find out. We'll find out how quick they heal, but Speckly Roo's foot being as bruised as it is kind of concerning too. This is Speckly Roo. They don't have names. I mean, yes, they are supposed to be food birds eventually, but I need a second generation. I do want the genetic diversity in the next generation, since we only have one mother hen. So I wasn't planning on culling more than one quail this time, and unfortunately I didn't get to be the one to do it. It'll be the next generation that we figure out how we're handling roosters fully. But that is not the way you want to do it. That is a really unfun way to go. Wouldn't you agree? Poor things. I can't believe I slept through it, too. Like, that's wild. everything was knocked over. The porch was all over the place. And I can't imagine that that was quiet or quick. And I just didn't even hear it. My windows are open. I mean, the sound would have to go out, like out and then up. But the windows are open, so I must have been tired or something. Yep. So really didn't want to make that update, but I think it's important to let you know what's going on and the whole experience with quail. So that was my yesterday. Hoping to finish it up today. Cleaning off the top of the hutch so that I can flip it over is going to be the hardest part, honestly. Oh, I did get a really nice new feed for them, and I'm excited about that. This is a small family-run farm who uses a small family-run distribution company without even much markup. I mean, I could drive to Central PA if I had a car and get a lot more for like half the price, but at about $1 a pound, and this is specifically for quail. I think it's going to be good, and it is for laying. That's actually got, as a layer feed, their grow-out feed's got 28%. As a layer feed, I'm pretty impressed, I gotta say. Because that's, still 26% in a layer feed. It's even more than what I used for their this batch's starter food was 23%. You can hear my music in the background now, I think. Sorry about that. Let's just say hi. Ha. Boop. Ha, boop.